Hi, everyone. How are you? Welcome to Mystic Monday. Hi, look at all of you on time. So lovely to see you all. Let us know if you're new in the chat. And I think Mondays are working. How are Mondays working for you? Hi, Lisa. How are you? If you're new, make sure you let us know in the chat that you're new and where you're calling in from. And how you're doing. I hope most of you, I hope you all have electricity and that you are warm and that you have, hi. Oh, hi, Serafina. Hi, Dolores. Hi, Margaret. Hi, Sherilyn. Hi, Diana from Massachusetts. Hi, Judy from Ojai. Oh, wow. You guys are, look at you. Yay. I'm so happy you're here as well. Oh, good. Oh, good. Mondays are working. Hi, Shanna. I hope you're staying warm in Wisconsin. Oh, good, Sherry. So it sounds like Mondays are working for everybody. Tuesdays, I'm taking a new voice class. Oh, Kathy, you're new. Let us know where you're calling in from. Hi, April. Oh, how's your dog? Um, Wonderful. Okay. Hi, Martha. Oh, Dan and Arlene's accountant in LA. Hi. Hi, Martha. I love Dan and Arlene so much. Oh, good. Kathy's in Santa Ana. Oh, good. It is a beautiful. Oh, Donna Lively is new from Colorado. Shanna, I'm going to be having Citrine Cleanse as well. Oh, Sanjay McLaren is Pine Mountain. Beautiful. I love it up there. Next month's teachers of the Voice Box are they have a house in Pine Mountain. Hi, Crystal in Connecticut. Hi, Brenda in New Hampshire. Oh, good, Dina. It's first time from Florida. Welcome. Sandra's manifesting soulmate by drinking soulmate. Yay. Sherry's also new from Georgia. Oh, I'm glad the teas are changing your life. Okay, Greta, I will try. I will do my best to. Hi, Alexandria. Hi, everyone. Okay, we're going to get started because tonight I'm going to be really digging deep into my own experiences, how I've used tarot reading and oracle cards to make some of the biggest decisions in my life, as well as in my love life, my business life, how I've used them for other people to help them make decisions. I used to read the tarot cards of the CEO of Simon & Schuster, the legal counsel of CBS. I've used my cards to help solve mysteries, help solve lawsuits. I have been relied on as sort of an undercover tea lady, helper bee when it comes to using the intuitive arts to make decisions and to see the unseen. So this month, February, our theme is intuition, and we have the intuition box with Colette Baron Reed. If you haven't received your box yet, I hope you receive it soon. The tea epiphany is really beautiful. I'm not drinking it tonight because I don't want to be up all night having epiphanies, but I'm going to be drinking Citrine Cleanse as a latte. So I'm going to just get started now. And what will happen is I want to go through a little bit about why we do tea ceremony, what the mission is for all of those of you who are new to us. Tea ceremony is a way to stop time and to transcend it. It is really based on the paradox of time and space and timelessness. And as you fill your cup, as you nourish the self, you then are able to hold more and to hold more spaciousness, to hold more self-compassion, to hold more connectivity to yourself and others. For me, tea ceremony is how I meditate, because I do sit and meditate in silence. And I find that the action of actual tea ceremony, which I'll be teaching very soon to all of you, the actual Gong Fu style tea ceremony, that is a way to really be in communion with tea and with tea mind. And I try not to get too esoteric in the tea ceremonies on Mystic Mondays or Tea Tuesday, because I want you all to know that you don't need any tools for this. You don't need any special things. You can do it with a cup of tea, even if it's not our tea. Even if it's just a grocery store tea bag, you can still have this time for yourself. You can still carve out and create that space of sacredness for yourself and for other. And as we fill our cup, we are able to fill that of other as well. So I'm going to get started, and then what we'll do afterward is we will have questions for a good 10 to 15 minutes. If you guys have any questions after I show you how I do my tea, my tarot readings, my intuitive readings, carrying through the theme of intuition. And we're also going to be talking a bit about paradox. The dark and the light of all of our human nature, the heaven and the earth, the shadow and the transcendent self, and all the parts of us that we integrate into our intuition. And the beautiful thing about intuition and about the third eye, which this month's tea is the third eye chakra tea, is that what happens is we can see with the dark and the light, we can see with the either and the or, we can see with the eyes of duality. But when we raise our consciousness to see the all, it's very often just a flash. It's very often very quick, and it's hard to hold on to the state of intuition because it's more of a prompt of the universe. It's more of a prompt of our higher mind. It's more of a prompt of seeing beyond the eyes of duality, seeing beyond the eyes of either or. And we get a flash and then we take it back into our reality. We take it back into our world. And Magic Hour was a flash of insight. It was a flash of intuition. And I spent a lot of time doing deep, deep intuitive work around how to make Magic Hour truly something that we can all own ourselves in our own lives, and how we can incorporate it into our own lives. And who would have known that it would have come at a time, my idea was a retreat in your home, because retreats are awfully expensive and you have to travel far sometimes to retreat centers and spas. And so I created a retreat and a transformational class in your home. And who would have thought that we would have a pandemic where we're all locked down in our home? So that's how intuition works. It makes time timeless. It makes the ahas are kind of a flash of insight that carry us into the infinite and infinite possibilities. And so that is what the theme is for February, and that is our night tonight. So if there are no questions, hi, I am going to go ahead and get started. Okay, here we are. Okay, so you guys are all chatting. I'm going to turn off the chat so that I don't get too excited, and I'm going to show you my tricks. And oftentimes, one thing I'll do is I'll light a candle. And when I light the candle, it's a subconscious cue that I am going inward. I am taking the paradox and I am bringing it within. And so, so you can wear a special kimono, which I do often as well. You can do something as simple as lighting a candle or an incense. You can do something as simple as, closing a curtain. But every once in a while, what you want to do is you want to create a cue for the subconscious that it's time to play. It's time to get to work. It's time to make time for the infinite and the sacred. And so what I will often do is I will light a candle, and the subconscious doesn't understand words. It understands symbols. And so as a symbol, for me, lighting a candle is always my simple symbol, in that we are going within now. I also like to use different stones. And this is a pyrite, which I find very grounding and very helpful. A great stone for intuitive readings and is amethyst. So I'm just going to make a little Citrine Cleanse latte. See that beautiful, Citrine Cleanse is antiviral, antimicrobial, antibacterial, antifungal, and it helps, it gets rid of yeast in the intestines. It doesn't sound glamorous, but let me tell you, if you like red wine like I do, yeast in the intestines is inevitable, so it balances it out. And tonight I made a combination of unsweetened oat milk and unsweetened vanilla almond milk, and I'm not sweetening the tea. So everybody bring your cup to your chest. We're going to start the very simple ceremony, the sensory tea ceremony that is synonymous with magic hour. And I always like to get into the senses and into the body, because that's where true intelligence is and wisdom. When we tap the cells of our being through the different chakras and through the insight, we are able to channel that which is unseen into the seen. Okay, so bring your cup to your chest and take one big heart breath. We're activating the heart because the heart is where true intelligence is. The heart is where we synthesize the wisdom of the lower body with the wisdom of the higher body, and we synthesize it and exhale. Take your second heart breath, and as you fill your heart, see the green emerald energy of the heart expand into your cup, filling your cup, filling the room, filling the space around you, filling the house, the apartment, and exhale. And as we take the third heart breath, inhale into the heart, inhale, 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 and see how big you can make that beautiful emerald green energy. Can you fill the room, the house, the apartment, the building, the neighborhood? And can you reach the sun or the moon wherever you are? Encompassing and engulfing all of the energy, the field around you with your heart energy, which is always pure. Heart energy is pure energy. And exhale. And as you settle into your senses, ask yourself, what do I see? And today we're going to ask ourselves, what do I see with the eye above the eyes? The inner seeing, the second sight, the wisdom, the trust in that wisdom, this insight, the flash, the symbols that may come tonight as we go through our intuitive learning, intuitive reading. Ask yourself, what do I see? And it's often lovely to close your eyes and ask yourself, what do I see? That's how intuition is honed. And then ask yourself, what do I hear? And the ears are very much, if you're clairaudient, meaning you hear wisdom, you hear insight, you hear intuition. I hear intuition, I hear messages in my right ear from my angels, from my inner angel. What do I hear? And as you settle more into your senses, ask yourself, what do I feel? What do I feel? And focus on sensation, not emotion. What do I feel? What do I feel? Sensation, cool, warm, hot, a little bit of lower back pain, a little bit of excitement. What do I feel? And now bring the cup to your nose and ask yourself, what do I smell? What do I smell? I smell carrot cake. This one always reminds me of carrot cake. What do I smell? And now ask yourself, what do I taste? Bring all the senses home into this sense of taste. Kind of a cross between carrot cake and lemon cream pie. Ooh, turmeric, ginger, all the things, anti-inflammatory. I was really craving this one today. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my deck of cards and I'm going to show you how I do readings. I do 3 different types of layouts depending on what I'm asking or what my friends are asking or colleagues or somebody needs insight. So I'm going to take my tea ceremony table and I'm going to put it somewhere else. Got a nice root chakra sound bowl sound out of that. Here I'm gonna hit, this is the, I'll just clean the energy. This is the sound of the 3rd eye chakra. Here, let me do this. It's really lovely to hear. I like to play sound bowls into my tea, tuning into the sound of that chakra. Okay, my loves, now we've cleared the air and the energy. Up there. Okay, sip of tea. Tea brings me great insights as well. Okay, so depending on if you use cards, if you use tarot cards, oracle cards, playing cards, whatever you like to use. I have been using the Ocean Zen Tarot for the last, I'd say 10 to 15 years, longer maybe, I don't know. But I like this deck because I put my own meaning on these cards. I know what they mean. I've studied it for a long time. I know what regular tarot cards mean. I understand the evolution of those. But I have created my own method of reading, and it has been very helpful for me to do that. And so you also will find your own way of doing your own intuitive readings. And like I said, the subconscious only really understands symbols. It doesn't necessarily understand words, your numbers, well, numbers a little more, but so your subconscious is brought out and your intuition is able to speak because symbols are not necessarily linear, they're more story and visual. And so with the 3rd eye, it is above duality, it is seeing the whole, and it is seeing the greater insight that doesn't always necessarily mean, it's not necessarily linear, it's almost a break between reality as we know it, and it's bringing the heaven and the earth together. So what I do is I always like to clean my cards energetically by doing this. So you just kind of, and oftentimes, if you've used your cards for a long time and you need to re-energize them, what I will do is I will put them all in order. And as I'm putting them in order, I'll just kind of re-energize the cards. And so you may shuffle in however fashion you feel, but I'm going to show you exactly how I do it. So I usually shuffle like a blackjack dealer. So I'll shuffle like this. I went up to meditation mount and I had to undo the lock on and I cut my finger. So I'm less, and that was just like an hour ago. So I'm a little less adept, but I got a chance to go up there. I'm going to be doing Tea Ceremonies for their 50th anniversary in April. So I'm very excited. When we did the Ojai meditation mount is part of the reason Magic Hour exists, because the Magic Hour is at dawn and dusk, sunrise and sunset, where Ojai means a magical pink. So we have the most beautiful sunrises and sunsets. So what I usually say is shuffle until you feel complete. Shuffle until you feel done. And if you've watched the video with Colette Baron Reed this month, she said intuition is like a funk. It's like just like a boring blah. It's like a dunk. It's like a knowing. It's not all fantastical and imaginative. It's just like boom, that's done. And so I often will feel, okay, I feel complete with this now. So then what I do is I split the deck into 3 piles with my non-dominant hand, my left hand, which is the hand that is more intuitive for me. It's non-dominant. And then I put them back however I feel. And I'll have whoever I'm reading for do this as well. And then I'll have them do that twice more quickly. Now we're doing a general reading. I'm going to show you the 2 ways or the 3 ways I do readings, but the first one I'm going to show you a very simple reading, okay? Actually, no, I'm going to do the full-blown reading because I have my own adapted layout. It's a little bit of an adapted Celtic cross if any of you have been doing tarot readings. So I will do, this is the situation card, and I received abundance. And I am meditating on abundance as my word for 2021. Abundance with relief. So abundance without feeling guilt about it, abundance without feeling bad about it, abundance without feeling fear about it, abundance without any, with just relief. So I set that intention yesterday with our group that we do kind of learning from this therapist. He's not really a therapist, but he's amazing. We set our intention. And so I set the intention for abundance, but abundance without fear of losing abundance, you know. Okay, and then the influence on that card is the Rebel. This is the Emperor in this deck. My favorite. These are my 2 favorite cards, really. Well, and then Morality is the top. That is the conscious situation, what is seen. And then guilt underlying that. Shocker. Anybody feel guilty when they have success? Me too. We're working on that this year. We're getting over that. We're balancing our chakras and we are all going to experience heightened health, well-being, and abundance. Ooh, transformation, the Death card. Okay, and I'm going to explain all of these once I get them laid out. Okay, politics, interesting. Trust. Integration, God, this is good. Participation, and then I do the 2 influences on the outcome, the seen and the unseen of the outcome. And then I add 3 additional cards. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then I look at the bottom card. The bottom card is the deep, deep, deep subconscious. Some of this I've made up over the years because it just works for me and who I'm reading for. Okay. Okay, so the first card you lay down is the situation card. The second card you lay on top of it is the influence on that situation. The third card you lay down is the superficial, what you see on the surface, the conscious of the situation. The fourth card is the subconscious of the situation, what is underneath. The 5th card is the immediate past, the past 2 to 6 weeks. It can go up to 6 months, but that's the immediate past. The 6th card is the immediate future. The 7th card here is your psychological state, and then I do the influence on the psychological state. Then the 1, 2, 3, wait, 6, 7, 8. The 8th card is the environment with which you are acting in. And then the 9th card is is your hopes and dreams. And hopes and fantasies are based on fear, usually. hoping is a form of fear, according to my teacher. And that is when you hope for something, you actually make it further away from you. When you see yourself having it and you stop hoping for something, but you start incorporating it into your life on a daily basis through your emotional state or feeling, then you have it immediately and you don't push it away anymore. And then the final card is the outcome card. And then the left is one influence on that outcome card, and it can be the unseen or the subconscious. And then the right is the outer influence. And then these are just the influences on this. So the way I read, I've added several cards to the traditional Celtic cross because I just found over time I needed more insight. Okay, so if I was going to look at this reading for us as a group, and I'm going to, because you and I are in oneness when it comes to a state of intuition. And so I will do this reading for us as I am, so within, so without, as above, so below. So here we are, and I'm going to read for us this reading. Okay. So the situation card is abundance, and it's the King of Rainbows in this deck. And abundance, and for us, is that it's a flow. It's not that it's something you can cling to. It's not something you can own. Abundance is here and it's moving. It's a fluid abundance. It's a flow in, a flow out. It's a very gracious and graceful type of abundance. And the situation on top of that or the influence on top of that is the rebel. And the way I read the rebel in this deck is that you can't rebel against something unless you've mastered it. So for me, I always love getting the rebel because, it's almost like you can drop out of high school as long as you can, I told my son, because he wanted to drop out, as long as he could pass the equivalency test to go to college, and he passed it like, record speed, record time. He just hated school. And I loved that he was able, he had mastered the intelligence enough to be able to rebel against it, but you can't rebel against something you haven't mastered. That's more immaturity. Okay, so when you master something, then you can rebel against the system and create something new. And you don't actually get rid of what you're rebelling against. You don't make it bad or wrong. You just grow past it. Okay. The conscious situation is morality. Is it okay to choose a new form of abundance? Is it okay to seek abundance on our own terms? Is it okay? The morality card in this is the judgment. Is it right? Is it right or wrong? It's the judgment card. Okay, so when we judge ourselves for receiving, right? So say we have a windfall of abundance that comes our way, and then we may judge like, oh my gosh, there are people in the world who have less than me, or there are poor people in the world that have less than me. Is it okay to have abundance? That's always been my thing. The guilt has always been my Achilles heel. I grew up in a family that had survived the Holocaust, and for me, abundance was like, it was almost, there was some survivor's guilt in that, and it's in my cells and my epigenetics. So I feel guilty at times, or there is guilt here when I receive abundance, because I know other people may not have that. So I've been really working that through my cellular structure to heal that for my entire family line, because the more abundant I am, the more generous I can be, right? And you too. So the underlying situation is, shocker, guilt. The subconscious of it is guilt, right? So is it right? We're judging. And it's because we feel guilty about it, okay? Now, the past card is ironically clinging to the past. The literal card clinging to the past. I mean, it's a little on the nose. Okay, universe, thanks a lot. But yeah, so the immediate past is clinging to the past. And that is clinging to the stories of the past, right? So I may not have been abundant, so why would I be abundant now? Or I lost my last company to investors, I walked away with nothing. Why would I be successful now? Is it okay to, is it okay? Do I deserve it? The big thing in our family was, oh, you have to work so hard in order to earn anything. Like the equivalent of hard work was hard earned money. Hard. Everything was hard. So that's still in the subconscious, maybe in you. Maybe something is hard for you, but that's an illusion. That's something that's coming from the past. Okay, now the immediate future is the death card. And for me, when I see the death card, I rejoice because death means rebirth. And a friend of mine said to me once when I was ending one of my programs, he said, "Well, you can't have the program 2.0 unless you end the program 1.0. So you got to retire it." So the retiring of the mindset of guilt and judgment around abundance is ending. And this is what's happening. There's a deep transformation that's happening. So the death card is not a scary card. It's just the end, the completion of a cycle. It's a true transformation. So that's happening in the immediate future. Now, in my psychological state is politics. And this is that I have a subconscious belief that rich people are bad. I know it's terrible. I'm getting over it. But I used to think that, if somebody was rich, they must have done something to take from someone else. Complete BS, right? It's not real. It's total illusion. But the politics of feeling like, okay, I have to be privately poor and then abundant, I don't know, whatever, so that I can alleviate myself from this guilt. It's a load of crap. Okay, so the politics in feeling abundant is ending. Okay, it's over. And this could also be the relief. This could indicate that I want abundance without guilt. I want abundance with relief. Relief from feeling guilty about anything. Guilt is a total wasted emotion. The influence on that is traveling. So I will be traveling away. We will be traveling away from the mindset of having two of us, of having one side of us say one thing and the subconscious believe another. So we're traveling away from that. We're moving away from that. And traveling is the 8 of fire in this deck. So what that's going to do is that's going to give you a sense of stability. So as the flames of your transformation occur over the next few weeks, you will be traveling away from the mindset that has not served you, or that has hurt you, or that has made you feel less than or not enough. So the environment I'm working in is trust. Trust. Love this card, get it all the time. Trust is really acceptance, and trust is being able to trust that the universe not only has your back, but you deserve the love and support of the divine, and you deserve the love and support of your community and your friends and your partner and your colleagues. You deserve the love and support, right? So trusting that you are on the right track is an excellent card to get in the environment in which we're working. That's that card. The influence on that is the miser. Oh man, I love this card. It's a woman holding all of her jewels. She's holding them because she is nervous that if she lets them go, they will be gone. Total falsehood, total illusion. But you do want to be a little miserly with your early jewels, and just protect them and hone them and love them and shine them, and be in a state of awe of your own inner jewels, because true abundance is an inside job. True abundance is coming from within you. They're the jewels of creativity that birth from you. They are the jewels of your personality. They are the jewels of your heart. They are the jewels of your gifts. They are the jewels of your love and connection and your expression of self. So it's good to protect those and to trust in those as well, to trust in your own gems that are within you, because abundance comes and stems from within you. And as it comes out of you, it is reflected back to you. So you become a cycle of abundance, and that is the abundant flow. Now, your hopes and dreams is integration, okay? It's interesting, I got integration with past lives, okay? That's why I add these extra cards onto the Celtic cross. Integration and past lives. I am hoping to heal my family line from feeling guilt, any type of survivor's guilt, because my family survived the Holocaust while many of their siblings did not. I lost most of my great aunts and uncles in the Holocaust, and my grandmother really always felt bad that she was here and she made it. She had a tremendous amount of guilt, and so to integrate my hopes and dreams for my reading is that I will be able to feel abundant without the guilt, the survivor's guilt that my grandmother that her cells created in me, because I have her cells in my body and in my subconscious. And so my hopes and dreams are to heal that. And so it is, and so shall it be. And so the outcome of our reading, my loves, is participation, the 4 of fire. So abundance is a community event. Abundance is a beautiful connective event. And for me, the mission of Magic Hour is to connect us all through tea and the simple act of having tea. And so participation is the outcome to the abundance with relief in this reading. For me personally, and for you, it is all the help and support you need is arriving. All the help and support you need is here. All the help and love and support and community you need is all around you. And we're all together right now doing Mystic Monday, right? So that makes sense. So good, right? Okay, so ta-da! No thingness. The influence on participation is that you cannot be attached to anything. Thingness, right? The thing you can grab, hold on to, the thing you own. True abundance does not mean you can cling to physical things. There it is. Bam, the shoe dropped. So that's what that means. And then the other influence is the Knight of Fire, and that's intensity. So knowing that you cannot cling to abundance, you cannot cling to things, is true abundance, and to know that with the intensity of the Knight of Fire is key. Okay, now the deep subconscious that you don't even know exists in this reading is the 6 of Clouds, which is burden, and the clouds rule the mind in this deck. And the burden is that you feel that abundance might be too much responsibility. You feel that getting what you really want is scary. Getting what you really want, you don't actually fear not having it, because you already probably don't have whatever it is you're craving or desiring or wanting to manifest or intending for. So, but most of us are more scared of getting what we want than of not getting what we want, because we're used to wanting. And my teacher says that the purpose of the ego is to want, and it will never have, it will only want. So if you are getting past your ego into no thingness, into true flow with abundance, then you can't see abundance as a burden, because it won't be a burden, because you will be in flow with it. You will let it go. You will not have the miser running the show, although your gems are important. You will not hide them from anybody. And the burden of guilt and morality are leaving you now. They are dying. Not morality, the good morality, but judgment in this deck. They are dying. The transformation is occurring. You are letting go of holding on to the thing so that true abundance can go through your hands. And the vision I had in my wedding and in the Lakshmi temple, the goddess of abundance temple in our tea fields, was she showed me that if you keep your hands open, the coins will multiply, and they will multiply for all others. So you don't have to feel guilty or shamed or judgy about receiving abundance in any form, whether that abundance is a new lover, your soulmate, a windfall, a new home, whatever the abundance is. If you hold it this way instead of this way, like the miser, it will continue to flow. So that is a damn good reading. That is a really, really great reading. as in me, and so it is in you. And so, okay. I think I'm going to show you now just a quick reading. So often what I'll do is I'll take a picture of the reading for my friend, if I'm doing it over the phone, and email it to her, or text it to her, or I'll take a photo of it for me and I'll journal about it for the next day or two until I feel that the subconscious, that it has really come into my subconscious, and it has integrated into my subconscious symbology. And so seeing the symbols and seeing the layout really helps me to rise above what I see with my eyes, and to get into the timelessness of the infinite possibility that is your third eye chakra, that is the flash of insight, the symbol that rises above the either or, the left brain, right brain, the right eye, the left eye, right? Okay, so thank you to the cards and the subconscious and all of that. That's how I do that reading. And these are always recorded, so you can always watch this afterward. And maybe I'll even do a class sometime on Club Magic Hour to teach tarot more deeply. If any of you are interested, let me know. Okay, because my tea and tarot go with me everywhere. And this is how I run all my businesses. This is how I've helped others run their businesses, even big CEOs and lawyers trying to solve crazy unseen lawsuits and trying to understand witnesses and what's going to happen. Sometimes the cards help us more than anything because they don't make sense to the monkey mind. They make sense to your higher mind, okay? And the higher mind is here, not necessarily here, here. Okay, so I'm going to now show you when I need to make a quick decision. And sometimes when I cut the deck 3 times, I feel like I need to do it again. And this time I feel like I need to do it again. Yeah, there you go. Okay. So if you need to make a quick decision, this is a super quick layout. And this is, the first card is the situation. The second card is the action that needs to be taken or what's actually occurring. And the third card is the outcome. Okay, so this is interesting. So I didn't think of a question, so I'll just read this. For any of you who are looking for your soulmate or are in rebuilding a relationship or renewing a relationship or looking for a relationship or wanting to deepen your relationship, this one's for you. Okay, so I got the situation card is friendliness. This is the 2 of water, and this is partnerships and friendships and all of that. So if you're looking for your soulmate, you might already know the person. If you're married to your best friend and you are wanting to revitalize or rejuvenate your relationship, there's help is on the way. This is excellent. If you're wondering about a friend in your life that you miss or have had a misunderstanding with or anything, this can also apply to you. It can apply to a colleague, and it can apply to any friendship or any communication between 2 people. So that's the situation card. The action or what's happening with the situation is the 6 of water, the dream. When I used to do the tarot cards for all the romance authors at Simon & Schuster, oh my God, every single one of them got this card in every single reading. Every single reading, they got the dream card, and it's a woman gazing up at a fantasy couple in the sky, okay? So the dream is that you have to bring your dream of romance into reality. You can't make it something that's out there. You can't make it something that's unattainable. And if your relationship, if you're realizing, like, you know, your husband or your wife or your partner or whoever is not who you thought they were, they weren't the dream, they weren't the fantasy of them. Now you're deepening your relationship to them in reality, which is humanity. That's where true love lives. Romance is not real. Romance is a fantasy of love. True living, true actual flesh and blood living is love. And that's love in humanity. It's grounded love. It's realized love. And so fantasizing about your partner being a certain way and then always being disappointed if they're not that way is caustic to any relationship. And so this is based on taking whatever the dream is that you have and realizing that in day-to-day living and day-to-day mundane life, love is where it's at here. And that means patience, compassion, compromise, finding the magic in the moments of every day, even if you're just doing the dishes. So that's grounding the idea of love into reality. And if you're looking for love and wanting to manifest your soulmate, it could be that you have to get rid of the fantasies of your soulmate in order to see and really take a look at what's around you and who's around you and who's arriving, because not all soulmate fantasies look the same way on planet Earth. Now the outcome is new vision. This is really one of my favorite cards, and this is new vision is a higher arcana of this deck, and it is to create a new vision of what love and partnership or friendship is for you in this particular situation or in this world. And so friendship and relationship and relatedness is shifting. The fantasy of it is actually becoming manifest. So your relationship can be changing from a fantasy to a reality, and that's where true love is. The goal is in reality. Otherwise, when you're in heaven or when you're out of body, you can experience love all you want. We're actually on planet Earth. We get to experience love in humanity. And I talk a lot about this in my book, Love in Detail. And then the outcome is having a new vision for what you seek in love in your current relationship, in your current friendship, or in a future, or in an incoming drawing in the one relationship. So that's a very simple reading, and that can be done, as you can see, pretty quickly. And then the third reading is just a one-card reading, and this one is usually very specific for asking a question. And so if you're feeling stumped about something where you're like, I don't know how to make a decision, like, do I buy this house or do I remodel this house? My husband and I have been going through that lately. Do I do this? Do I do that? Sometimes I'll just pull a card and go, let me just pull a card and see if it resonates, see if it's a thing. So now I'll just pull one card. So go ahead and think of a question in your mind, a quick question. Maybe a yes or no, or a should I question. Okay, so I'm going to ask, should we just take the plunge and hire the architect and get the house remodeled? Or is there another house out there? Because I keep thinking there is. We decided, yeah, I'm wobbling on it. So this, ask yourself a simple question, and then we'll pull a card. And it'll apply to all of us in some way, because that's how the universe works. Trust. I always get the trust card. Trust is all about timing, kids. Oh, I gotta just trust. Okay, so there you go. Quick, down and dirty. 3 cards, 3 layouts for using intuition in your practical and day-to-day life. So now I'm going to bring my tea over, and we're going to have questions and answers, and then we'll close the circle. I hope this was helpful. I'm working to be more instructive in these Mondays, because they're Mystic Mondays, and I want to teach you all the tools that I use for making decisions and gaining insight. Okay, so I'm heading over to you now. Okay, here we go. Okay, questions. All right. Okay. Yes, Serafina, it is the Osho Zen Tarot. Yes, yeah, okay. Okay, Anita, I'll do a class. Good. Oh, good. Amanda got a set last week. Great. Great. Okay. Oh my God, it's 5:50. Wow. Okay. Okay, you guys. All right. So let's go. Any questions? Oh yeah, the Osho Zen Tarot. Okay. Thank you, Serafina. Okay. So a moment of silence, Greta. Let's just take a deep breath. And that's the thing with intuition is it takes solitude and silence as well to let it settle in. I get pretty excited. Everybody take 3 quiet breaths. Settle in. Beautiful. The cards and the insights we receive and the togetherness we receive, it's really, we're in a classroom, right? My mom says that planet Earth is the learning planet, and we are. We're really here to learn. So the classroom is your life, and looking around at how you're doing life and how it's responding back to you is so lovely. And the more you trust in yourself, the more you trust your intuitive, insights and the flashes of intuition that appear, the more you will allow for flow in your life. And in flow is infinite possibility. Our corporate name is Infinite Possibilities. And so that's really where paradox can live, the dark and the light combine to create a more powerful union, a more powerful ability to see with the eyes behind the eyes and the third eye. So with that, I'm going to close our circle because I feel pretty good. I feel pretty complete and I don't want to keep you guys too long. And so with this, I send each of you out into your night with all the insights and all the intuitive powers that be in the world channeled through you for the purpose of goodness and the purpose of creativity and the purpose of experiencing heaven on earth. May your tea ceremonies throughout the week be simple and accessible and constant. May you sip tea to your wealth and health and abundance and well-being. And may you see with the eyes of insight and the eyes of love in all you do. Okay. All right. I love you guys. And for all you newcomers, I hope you enjoyed tonight. Thank you. And I will see you all next Friday at 5 p.m. Pacific for the last intuition themed Mystic Monday of the year. Okay. All right. Love you guys. Bye. Thank you. Thank you. Sure, Dina. Thank you. Bye.